Well, hello everybody. This is Crystal Lynn, Cowgirl Astrologer, and I just wanted to stop in a minute and check on everybody and see how you guys are doing and talk about some astrological happenings right now. So I've got my little notepad. I always like to write on a notepad. It's probably the Virgo in me. It helps me connect to the energy. So what is going on right now? How are you guys doing? We're still pretty heavy in this Mercury retrograde right now in Libra. So what does that tell us? That tells us that we're still dealing with relationship stuff. It's just so amazing to me how all the planets work so perfectly together. And sometimes it's hard when I'm doing the astrological forecast, the weather, because I keep seeing it's almost like these planets. This one moves here, this one moves here. They're very intricate. And just when you think you've kind of passed a certain theme or certain lesson in your life, it like takes you back and has you look at it again one more time. And it's hard, you know, that forward motion that a lot of us just thrive on. It can be very frustrating. And when Mercury's retrograde, we know, especially for myself, I get very internal. I really go deep, and it's hard for me because I have so many things I want to say. But even coming on right now, I feel like I'm, trudging through the water. I have to admit, but I'm kind of pushing myself because we are in the middle right now, as we speak, of a solar eclipse. We've got the sun, moon, Mercury, Venus in Libra in the North Node, and like everything is lining up in this really amazing conjunction right now. This is very important time in our lives, you guys, to stop a minute and really look. How, how far have you come? It's really important to give yourself some credit and to pat on the back and say, wow, I read your charts all the time. You guys call me and you get readings with me. And I see you guys have been going through some intense stuff. I know I've been going through some intense stuff. And I'm ready to break out and be out of it all. But there's still a little more work to do. So Libra is all about relationships and coming to an agreement, negotiating. What's important? What's important in a relationship? So many times we're looking for this ideal. And when we can't find this ideal, we aren't seeing the amazing things right in front of us of the people who are in our lives. The amazing attributes. Are we looking so far out here that we're not seeing what's right here? It's about weighing things out. It's about looking. It's about looking at maybe even how you handled past situations. Maybe that's how you felt at that time and it needed that intensity. But as we move out, can we look back with healing? Because we have some very specific things happening right now. Next week, Venus is going to be moving in to Scorpio. And Mars is going to be moving in to Capricorn. Okay, this is very important. How is it going to light up your life? What changes are going to be happening for you? So if we look right now at the fact that Venus has retrograded back into Libra, having us go back and look at those relationships, maybe you're looking, you're having a lot of old memories, and really even feeling sad about things like, gosh, I wish that could have been different. We all have that. We've all done that. But if we can't do things different, what can we learn from them? How can we deal in the truth? Because Venus and Scorpio is all about the truth. Now, I know a lot of people say Venus and Scorpio is a really tough placement, and I think it is because Venus is all about love and about the things we love and harmony and negotiation. And Scorpio with that Mars energy and that Plutonic energy is all about penetrating, can actually even be a little pushy. And these two together sometimes are very conflicting. But I think if we look at the big picture right now, you guys, Venus and Scorpio is a beautiful thing right now, because that's where the healing energy can start to flood in to those scorpionic themes that have been playing out in all of our lives. So let me just kind of do some brief analysis of how it's going to look for each of the signs. Let's see what happens. So first of all, Aries, we know that Saturn has been in your 8th house. So when we talk about scorpionic themes, that Saturnian themes of intensity in your 8th house for 2 years, Venus is coming in there now. Venus is coming in there now for healing, to bring healing. And Mars in Capricorn is going to be moving into your 10th house, bringing you out into the public eye. Aries, I know you guys go like, you burn the candle on all ends. You get burnt out. And then you fry. And then you feel like, you know, nothing matters. But right now, that energy is coming back in. Mars and Capricorn coming back in to say, oh, no, 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 no. You're not gonna hold back now. So you've taken a little break, hopefully. Let that energy start to happen, and let the healing energy start to happen. Taurus, this is your 7th house, Venus and Scorpio. You guys have had this intense energy facing your relationships. They've been through the fire. They've been through the intense washing and death and rebirth. And now Venus and Scorpio, I believe, has a healing message for you in those relationships. Let it bring a softness to the hard edges of your heart right now. And Mars in Capricorn is going to move into your 9th house. So, you know, maybe you've got something you need to learn, or maybe it's time to get really focused on your education. Maybe there can be money in a place where you can express yourself and learn more about or teach others. So pay attention to the lessons that you've learned, because you're going to be asked to use them. So I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. Gemini, Venus and Scorpio in your 6th house, Mars and Capricorn in your 8th house. So you're dealing again with your daily routine. But maybe there'll be a little bit of, you know, Venus and Scorpio in that 6th house of that intense work that you do. And you're very intense with your daily routine. Maybe there'll be a little bit of softness in there, a little music in the background. You know, light a candle. Even if it's at your job, you know, maybe if you can wear some music with your headphones, you know, start bringing some fresh energy into your daily routine. And remember what it is that you do love. And, you know, bring that harmony back in there. Bring that music back in. Bring that creativity. I think that's pretty cool. Mars and Capricorn, your 8th house. You know, you're dealing with behind the scene issues right now. You know, you're dealing with, maybe you're taking care of somebody, maybe mother, maybe there's inheritances, maybe there's wills, maybe you are, you know, having to be the power of attorney to someone right now. It's going to give you the energy to be focused. Mars and Capricorn is very practical. It's going to give you the answers. And you're just going to do it with not a lot of emotion. And that's good when you're dealing with 8th house stuff. So hang in there for that, Gemini. Cancers, Venus and Scorpio in your 5th house. Bring a little love back into your life. And maybe some heavy conversations. Maybe some true conversations. Not even heavy, but true. Maybe some honesty. Maybe some healing. Some forgiveness. Some acceptance. Yeah, you're ready for that. Let some things go. Venus and Scorpio, the higher side, the higher vibration of anything that has to do with Scorpio is about letting go and trusting the universe that you're in perfect order. Trust that. And Mars and Cap in your 7th house. So, you know, it's brewing up your relationships. You're talking about money. You're talking about issues. You're talking about your life. You're talking about stability. And yet there's this softness to it. There's this intimate side to it. You're having those conversations as well. Don't just talk about money. Don't just talk about security. Open your heart. Open your heart, Cancer. This has been a big theme for you. And it's time for you to open your heart, because in that there's healing. You know, do we want to keep doing the same things over and over again? Sometimes I personally feel like certain areas of my life are like Groundhog's Day. And I know sometimes it's one decision, you guys, that can change the whole tape that's in our head. So make that decision. What's that decision you need to make? Leo, Venus and Scorpio in your 4th house, healing in your home, healing in those 4th houses, you know, the deep, intimate side of who you are and your foundation, your family, how you were raised, your mother, those closest to you. Venus is here to bring some healing, giving us another chance to heal those areas with a new perspective, looking at both sides of the coin. You got to look at both sides. You got to be willing to have empathy as well. To receive empathy, you have to give empathy. You know that, Leo. Mars and Capricorn, your 6th house, your daily routine, going to get a little more structured, a little more disciplined. Virgo, Venus and Scorpio in your 3rd house. Okay, so your communication, wow, a little love there. You know, it's funny. I was on Facebook last week, and I know you guys probably know the Peace Dealer. Shout out to the Peace Dealer. This is totally off the cuff, but it just reminded me of you. Oh gosh, you had the greatest thread about Virgos. Virgos always get like dogged on, and it's very, I just can't believe it. Not us Virgos, right? Well, guess what? He put this awesome thing on there talking about Virgos, and he just thought they were so great, and all this cool stuff about Virgos. And I was just thinking, as Venus moves in to the 3rd house of Scorpio, this is our time to really have that charm in our conversations. You know, have some fun, Virgos. Darn it, we are so darn serious and technical in what we think and always planning things. Go have a little fun. But, you know, Virgos, having Scorpio in our 3rd house does give us that intuition to the world, gives us that connection. That's why we're so loyal when it comes to those people around us in our community, our neighbors, those that become friends, our families, because Scorpio is in there, that very protective energy. Well, now Venus is there. Give us a little lighter love, a little fun, for God's sake. Okay, Mars in the 5th house. Oh, God. Yeah, I don't know. Structure. I don't like Mars in Capricorn. Ugh. Just seems so disciplined. It really goes against my moon and Pisces thing, but I need discipline, structure. 5th house, yeah. Romance, creativity. You know what? We need it. It's like, get this stuff done. How many projects do we have, Virgo, going on right now that are unfinished? So let's take advantage of Mars in Capricorn for the next couple months. Yeah, I'm going to get happy about him. Libra, Venus and Scorpio in your 2nd house of money. Oh, thank God. Maybe, just maybe now, all your hard work can start paying off. Poor Libras, you guys, you've worked so hard. You're still struggling. Venus and Scorpio in your 2nd house will bring some love to the money department. Some, you know, some fragrance, just feels good. Go with that. Take advantage of that. You know, get out there. Don't give up now, Libras. You're too close. Mars and Cap in your 4th house. Getting the home life in order. Okay. You know, get your house in order, guys, because you're going to be making money and you're going to be busy. And you don't want to be struggling to juggle both worlds. You want balance. So right now the universe is saying, get your home life secure. Get ready, because a lot's coming in. Okay, so that's my thought for you guys. Scorpio, this is some love for you guys. Venus and Scorpio in your 1st house. You guys this is always a good time of year for you guys. I know I talked to a lot of Scorpios. Sometimes it's a really hard time of year with all the Scorpio energy, but with Venus here, Scorpios, it's time for that healing. You guys are almost out of this transit right now. Saturn and Scorpio, you're probably so ready to be done. We're so close now. So Venus is going to give you a little encouragement, a little joy, a little lighter heart right now, and I bet you'd be happy to have that. Mars and Capricorn in your 3rd house. Be careful, be careful. Don't get too aggressive. Think about what you're saying, especially as we get out of this Mercury retrograde. Mercury will still be in Scorpio. So you guys are going to be talking. You're going to have a lot to say. Just kind of let that Venetian energy soften the blow a little, guys. I know you've been holding a lot back. So Scorpios, oh gosh, this is the time that you guys could really feel like that volcano inside, or you've held back so long and now it's time to really claim who you are. And it is that time. But Venus is there to help soften that for you guys. So people will listen and they won't feel too offended, or they won't be able to handle it. Venus will help you. So rely on that. Sagittarius, Venus in Scorpio in your 12th house, Mars in your 2nd house. Oh, you're probably ready for that too. Saturn in Scorpio in your 12th house the last 2 years, Sag, has been heavy. And you guys don't like heavy. So you've got a little bit of happiness right now. Mars has been in Sagittarius. It's going to move into Capricorn in your 2nd house. And Venus is going to just soften your mind and give your mind just more harmonious thoughts. You know, and you know what, Sag? If you need to get out in the nature. Venus is about those things that we love. Start getting out. Get out of your head now. Come on, we got to move you guys out, because as Saturn moves into Sagittarius, it's going to be about your identity. Everything you learned the last 2 years. Now, we need to learn what you've got. You guys are the teachers. You guys are the teachers. So you're in preparation right now. The next 2.5 years, you know, be excited. Your guys are up. And we need you, and you need to use your gift. Okay. Venus and Scorp for Caps. 11th house. That's your circle of friends. That's all those great things. So that's really awesome. That's going to give you, you know, just give you some love, you know. And you Cappies sometimes can get a little hard on yourselves and everybody else and get a little isolated. With Venus and Scorpio here, it's going to give you some charm. Everyone's going to want to talk to you guys. So have some fun with that. You guys like attention too. Who doesn't? Mars and Cap in your 1st house. Okay, Caps, you guys are on your way up too. All the signs right now are just being moved into this energy. Aquarius, Venus and Scorpio in your 10th house. Your work, your communication, you guys are starting to feel it. You're starting to feel the love. You're starting to get ideas back. You're starting to want to get out there. Yes, do it. Mars and Cap in your 12th house. It's going to be heavy on your mind, Aquarius, but you know what? It's going to really just push you mentally to get out of old business, old news, old tapes, old depressions, old negative talk. And Mars is going to fire that up and say, come on, let's go. Let's get out. Pisces, Venus and Scorpio in your 9th house. Oh, more learning. We love to learn. We love to grow. We love to dive into all kinds of different things. Venus and Scorpio there. We're going to be learning some intense stuff. A lot of us are really going deep into spirituality right now. You know, and with Venus there, we're going to have a strong connection to that spirituality. But, you know, be aware. Our intuition is off the hook right now, you guys. I know, Pisces. And be, you know, Pisces. I talk to you guys all the time, especially my Moon and Pisces friends. You know what? We're different. And our voice is finally going to be heard over the next 12 years with Neptune and Pisces. The Pisces aren't going to be so crazy anymore. People are going to come to us for that spiritual connection. They're going to come to us to understand the deep things of life, the treasures buried down in the ocean. We'll be sought out and we'll be understood more, because people will be having these experiences as well, and they won't know what to do with them. These spiritual experiences, these out of the norm experiences, these dreams. And we'll be like, we've been having these our whole life. We'll be sought after. So Pisces, no, you're moving into your true authentic self. Mars and Capricorn, your 11th house. That's great. Money can be made there. 11th house is our circle of friends. We've been building our businesses. We've been building our lives. We've been trying to build our foundation, and Mars and Cap's there to help us even solidify it more. Okay, so this is just a quick rundown. I'm just focusing on Venus and Scorpio, Mars and Capricorn right now, and that we're in this eclipse. just to recap, all in Libra. If there was a signature that we could put on this energy, it would be relationships. We're still there, you guys. And I'm so glad, because we want to go into the next stages of life in a really good place. We want to be free. We want to have forgiveness. We want to be able to be okay. And we're still working on it. We're not quite there. Let's get there. Just soften your heart for whatever that means for you. All right, you guys, if you want to book a reading, you know where to find me, cowgirlastrologer.com. I'm also doing astrology classes here on air. You guys can message me if you're interested. I take 4 people. You bring your questions, specific questions. I will be having a full-blown astrology conversation with you guys, answering your questions. I do charge $25 if you want to come on air with me and get your questions answered. Helps me pay for the babysitter. Let me know. I'll have some stuff on my website, but if you're interested, I'm thinking of putting one together this Thursday or Friday night. They're kind of impromptu right now, so email me and say, hey, I want to get on. And they're really fun. I've got a couple that you can look on my channel and see that I've done. I'm just getting started with them. All right, you guys, take care. I'm outside in the sun. I hope everybody can see this. And we will talk to you soon.